Hello guys, this is Knowledge Suitcase. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that every non-Hindu community in India had suddenly disappeared. No Muslims, no Christians, no Sikhs, no Buddhists, no Jains, no Parsis. India becomes a country with only one religion, Hinduism. Would this create the peaceful and united civilization that many people imagine, or would completely new conflicts emerge from within Hindu society itself? Would caste divisions become stronger? Would regional identities replace religious identities? Could India remain united or would it eventually split into smaller states? Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating political thought experiments, not to promote any ideology, but to understand how societies actually function. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Is religion the only source of conflict? One of the biggest misconceptions in politics is that conflicts happen only because different religions exist. History tells a very different story. Countries with almost identical religions have fought devastating civil wars. People speaking the same language have gone to war. Even people belonging to the same ethnicity have been divided by politics, class, wealth, and power. Conflict is rarely about religion alone. It is often about identity. Whenever one identity disappears, another usually becomes more important. Political scientists call this identity politics. Human beings naturally organize themselves into groups. If religion disappears as a dividing line, something else often takes its place. Chapter 2. The diversity inside Hindu society. Many people outside India think Hinduism represents one single unified community. Reality is much more complex. India's Hindu population consists of thousands of castes, subcastes, regional traditions, and linguistic groups. Historically, the caste structure included Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, alongside communities historically classified as Dalits and many tribal groups. Although modern India has legally abolished caste discrimination, caste identity continues to influence politics, marriage, voting patterns, and social relationships in many regions. If religious differences disappeared overnight, caste identities might become even more politically significant because they already exist as long-standing social structures. Chapter 3. The Rise of Regional Nationalism. Religion is only one layer of India's identity. Another powerful force is language. India officially recognizes dozens of major languages. Tamil speakers often possess a strong Tamil identity. Marathi speakers emphasize Maharashtrian culture. Punjabi, Bengali, Gujarati, Assamese, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Odia, and many others maintain rich regional traditions. Many Indians feel proud of both being Indian and belonging to their respective states. If religion stopped being a political issue, regional identities could become even stronger. Political debates might increasingly revolve around who gets more development, who controls resources, which language should dominate, how much autonomy should states have. These questions already exist today. Without religious politics, they might become even more central. Chapter 4. Would caste politics become stronger? Many political scientists argue that politics rarely disappears, it simply changes its form. Instead of religious voting blocs, elections might revolve more heavily around caste coalitions, reservation policies, economic inequality, educational opportunities, government jobs, land ownership. These issues could dominate political discourse. Different caste groups might compete for greater political representation. However, competition does not automatically mean violence. Healthy democratic competition is common in many countries. Whether tensions remain peaceful depends largely on institutions, leadership, economic growth, and the rule of law. Chapter 5. Would India break apart? Some people assume that without religious minorities, India would immediately become unstable. Others believe it would become stronger than ever. The reality is probably somewhere in between. India possesses powerful institutions, an elected government, a professional civil service, an independent judiciary, a large economy, a highly capable military. These institutions provide stability. Therefore, the sudden disappearance of religious diversity would not automatically cause the country to split. However, regional political movements could become more influential over time if economic or political grievances remained unresolved. History shows that countries usually fragment because of multiple interacting factors, not because of one single issue. Chapter 6. Would Hindu nationalism become stronger or weaker? This is perhaps the most interesting question. There are two competing theories. Theory 1. Some scholars argue that if India became entirely Hindu, Hindu nationalism would achieve its primary objective. Its political influence might therefore become even stronger. Theory 2. Other scholars argue the opposite. They suggest that political movements often rely on defining an external or internal other. If every citizen belonged to the same religion, political competition could gradually shift toward economic inequality, regional identity, caste, education, employment, corruption, healthcare. In this view, religion would become less central, while governance would become more important. Neither outcome is guaranteed. Both remain plausible depending on future political leadership and public priorities. Chapter 7. Lessons from History. History offers many examples showing that societies remain complex even when they are religiously homogeneous. Some countries with relatively uniform populations still experience political polarization. Others maintain remarkable stability. The key difference is rarely religion alone. Instead, stability depends on strong institutions, equal opportunities, economic development, social justice, inclusive governance, respect for the rule of law. These factors often matter more than religious composition itself. So, would India automatically become peaceful if every citizen were Hindu? Not necessarily. Would it automatically collapse? Also, no. More likely, political competition would evolve rather than disappear. Religious identity might gradually be replaced by caste identity, regional identity, linguistic identity, economic class, or ideological differences. Because human societies are incredibly complex, removing one difference rarely removes all differences. History teaches us that lasting peace is built not merely through religious uniformity but through justice, opportunity, accountable institutions, and mutual respect. What do you think? If India became 100% Hindu tomorrow, would it become more united or would new divisions emerge from within? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep geopolitical analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more thought provoking discussions from around the world. Thanks for watching.